Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at something quite old and something quite rare and something fairly unusual. We are looking at the 1981 release by Pickford Talking Books from their Doctor Who series of talking books on audio cassette. And this particular one we are looking at today is of the serial State of Decay, which was all based on the television serial of the same name. Okay, so this is the packet that it comes in. So at the top of it, you can see it's all in the shape that the actual card that it's stuck on is in the shape of a book, and it says at the top, Terrance Dicks, Doctor Who, State of Decay, Heathrow unpublished story about the Doctor, and it's read by Tom Baker, and the running time is 59 minutes, and it says Pickford Talking Books, and again on the side it's got read by Tom Baker. Okay, so that is the front of the card. Now I have got this laying down rather than having it up because the bubble has actually come away. Even though it's a new item, the bubble has actually come away from the card, so I'm just going to remove the cassette out of it, and I'm just going to turn the card round to the back, because I do want to see what is printed on the back, and then we'll have a look at the audio cassette itself. So on the back here it says Doctor Who, Terrance Dicks, State of Decay, read by Tom Baker. It says, trapped in an alternative universe, the Doctor lands on a sinister planet ruled by an unholy trio of tyrants. Aided by Romana and the faithful Canine, the Doctor must discover the dreadful secret of the Dark Tower and face the awakening horror that lies beneath it. It's got recorded by John Wood Studios, London, produced by Pickwick International by Goodwin Talking Books. And it's got Pickwick Talking Books include Frederick Forsyth, The Shepherd, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, The Speckled Band, Judy Cooper, House of Cards, Roald Dahl from Kiss Kiss, William and Mary, Barbara and Cartland, The Dawn of Love, Hazel, 3-Card Trick, Modesty Blaze, I Had a Date with Lady Janet, Francis Durbridge, Paul Temple and the Harkdale Robbery, H.E. Bates, The Lighthouse, The Camino, especially for children, The Adventures of Wurzel Gummidge, read by John Pertwee, Enid Blyton's Noddy Stories, Enid Blyton 2, Adventures of the Secret Seven, Doctor Who, State of Decay, Terrance book, read by Terrance Dicks, read by Tom Baker, and Joanna Lumley reads Four Tales of Rupert Bear. A product by Pickwick International, Inc., Jet Great Britain Limited, and the Hyde Industries Estate. Okay, so that is the card. I'm just going to turn it back around to the front, and there we can see the card itself. And there I have the audio cassette here in my hand, which again shows you an image of Tom Baker, and that is from the episode State of Decay. And it says Terrance Dicks, Doctor Who, State of Decay, read by Tom Baker, and it's Pickwick Talking Books. And if I turn the cassette to the side, it says Doctor Who, and it's got PTB 607, which I presume is the item number. And on the back, it's got a Pickwick Talking Books, Pickwick International, made in England. Okay, so that is the outside of the case. I'm just opening it up, and there you can see the audio case. Now, this obviously has never been played. It is in mint condition. Unfortunately, it has come away from the card, but we'll see if we can fix that some way or the other. So it says Terrance Dicks, State of Decay, Doctor Who, State of Decay, read by Tom Baker, Side 1, PTB 607, all rights of the record producer and of the owner of the work reproduced, reserved. Copyright, public performances and broadcasts of this recording is prohibited. And it's the same on the other side. Terrance Dicks, Doctor Who, State of Decay, read by Tom Baker, but this is obviously side 2. Same number, same warning label, copyright information at the bottom. And that's the audio cassette itself. I just want to take out the card, and let's open it up. There's nothing on the inside, so let's see what it says here. It says, I think it's the same as what was on the back of the outer card, actually. So it says, trapped in an alternative universe, the Doctor lands on a sinister planet ruled by an unholy trio of tyrants. Aided by Romana and the faithful canine, the Doctor must discover the dreadful secret of the Dark Tower and face the awakening horror that lies beneath it. Produced at John Wood Studios, London. Produced for Pickwick International by Goodwin Talking Books. Photograph, copyright BBC. And it's Dolby, and the double D symbols are trademarks of Dolby Laboratories. Okay, that is it. And obviously, for those of you that know Doctor Who, you know what the story State of Decay was all about. The three who rule were actually vampires, and they worshipped this giant vampire bat, which was living below the surface of the tower, and they were all previous people that had gone through the window and gone into E-space. And the bat was injured from its battle with the Time Lords, and it laid there for years and years and years until it was well enough to start to attack. But before that happened, the Doctor managed to put an end to that vampire bat and the vampires. Okay, that was a brief outline of the story. Okay, so these particular items, how well did they do? Well, yeah, I think they did pretty good. The audio range was something new for Doctor Who back in the on audio cassette I'm talking about. Previously there was vinyls released with Doctor Who Adventures on, but I think this is one of the first ones to be released on audio cassette. So yeah, I think they've done pretty much okay. I don't think they were obviously massively sold or huge numbers sold, and I think this was the, from what I can remember, it was the only one that Pickwick actually produced of Doctor Who. So I might be wrong on that. Maybe there was one or two, but I can't remember any of the others. So if I'm wrong, please drop me a message and let me know. So yes, I mean they've done quite well for people that would like to have the bear in mind also that when these were released, we didn't have video cassettes. Video cassettes were very, very few and far between. Video players were very, very few and far between, and the video cassettes of Doctor Who really didn't start being released until the 1990s. So yeah, it was quite some time, a whole decade, before videos became popular and cassettes were being released of the old television programs. So yeah, it done well. It was great for the fans at the time, because when Doctor Who wasn't on air, you could put this into your tape deck player and you could listen to Tom Baker as the Doctor, and you could listen to the story. So yeah, they were good. It was a very good concept, I think. Now we are talking. What are we talking? We're talking 43 years ago when this particular audio cassette was released. Finding these particular sets now in any condition is very, very difficult. Finding them like this, the cassette and the case is in mint condition. It's just a shame that the bubble has come away from the window and it's come out, but then we wouldn't have been able to have a good look inside the case if it hadn't been. But it's a shame about that. I will try and see if I can put that back together, stick that back down. Hopefully we'll be able to, but yeah, I mean, if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. But as I say, the cassette and the case is all in absolute pristine condition, as it would have been had you bought it new back in 1981. So these are ultra rare these days, especially in this condition. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find one or two of these, which are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Doctor Who items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, Or maybe something from your childhood that you'd like to add again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.